Okay, good evening, students. In this session, we are going to learn about the rest of the true pelvis, that is, pelvic cavity and pelvic outlet. Pelvic cavity, it extends from brim above and outlet below, so it lies between the brim and outlet. It is also almost round in shape, okay, and it has, like, for example, anterior border is made up of symphysis pubis, posterior border is made up of the sacrum, that is mainly the sacral hollow, and the lateral border is mainly made up of the soft tissues. Okay, so pelvic cavity, it has the brim above and the outlet below, and it is almost round in shape, and it has walls. The walls of the pelvic cavity is made up of, in anterior border it is made up of symphysis pubis, posterior border by sacral hollow, lateral border by soft tissues, etc. Next we'll see is pelvic outlet. The pelvic outlet is the mainly, again, it has anatomical outlet as well as obstetrical outlet. The anatomical outlet is, it consists of the lower border of all the bones and sacrotuberous ligament, that is the end part, that is sacral tuberosity, as well as coccyx, all these things, along with the sacrotuberous ligament, makes the lower border, makes the anatomical outlet. It consists of lower border of symphysis pubis, sacrococcygeal joint, sacroischial spine, and it is roughly oval in shape. It is roughly oval in shape. Next type of outlet is found is obstetrical outlet. Again, this we need. Obstetrical outlet is what is of significance for us in OBG. So the obstetrical outlet, it has greater practical significance because it includes the narrow pelvic striae through which the fetus must pass. So the area, the canal through which the fetal head must pass is called as obstetrical outlet. It is also known as bony outlet. It is also known as bony outlet, and it is diamond in shape. It is of diamond in shape. So I hope you understood about the brim, cavity and outlet. So let us see about the diameters. Now we will see about diameters. Okay, so diameters can be studied, again, of the three, that is, three have various diameters, that is inlet, cavity and outlet. It has three diameters. They are anterior posterior diameters, transverse diameter and oblique diameter. So the diameters of all the three, whether it is inlet, cavity and outlet, all the three have diameters, that is anterior posterior diameter, transverse diameter and oblique diameter. So for remembrance purpose, we have already learned the pelvic cavity is almost round. So the diameters, whether it is anterior, posterior, transverse and oblique diameter, all are 12 centimeter, roughly, approximately. Okay, 12 centimeters, and all the diameters, that is oblique diameters of pelvic, inlet, cavity and outlet are 12 in centimeters, 12 centimeters. Okay, so now let us see the anterior posterior diameter of the inlet. We'll start from the anterior posterior diameter of the inlet. It is a line from anterior posterior diameter. It is a line from the sacral promontory. It is a line from the sacral promontory to the upper inner border of the symphysis pubis. It is a line from the sacral promontory to the upper inner border of the symphysis pubis. So this is the anterior posterior, name suggests anterior to the posterior. So you can say sacral promontory to the symphysis pubis. This diameter is again can be studied under three headings. There are three kinds of diameters are there, anterior posterior diameter. One is called as diagonal conjugate, the other one is called as obstetrical conjugate, and the last one is called as true conjugate. The diagonal conjugate is the line between the lower border of the symphysis pubis to the midpoint of the sacral promontory. So it is the line between a distance between the lower border of the symphysis pubis to the upper border of the sacral promontory. It is about 12 centimeter. Then obstetrical conjugate. It is a distance between the midpoint of the symphysis pubis to the midline of the sacral promontory, that is midpoint of the sacral promontory, which is of 10 centimeter. So again, obstetrical conjugate, it is the distance between the midpoint of the sacral promontory to the midpoint of the symphysis pubis, which is of 10 centimeter. Next, the last type of anterior posterior diameter is called as true conjugate. It extends from the sacral promontory to the upper inner border of the symphysis pubis, and it measures 11 centimeter. Okay, so that was anterior posterior diameter of the brim. Next we will see the transverse diameter. It is the largest diameter of the brim. Transverse diameter is the largest diameter of the brim, which is of 13 centimeter. It is the distance between two furthest point on the pelvic brim. It is the distance between two furthest point on the pelvic brim over the iliopectineal lines. So those lines, two iliopectineal lines, so furthest points के the distance between the two furthest point of the iliopectineal line is called as transverse diameter. It is the largest diameter of the pelvic inlet, and it is of 13 centimeter. Next is oblique diameter. It starts from one sacroiliac joint to the other side iliopectineal eminence, opposite iliopectineal eminence, iliopubic eminence. So it starts from the sacroiliac joint on one side to the iliopectineal eminence on the opposite side. It is of 12 centimeter. Alright, so that was the diameter of the pelvic inlet. So anterior posterior diameter, which is roughly 11 centimeter, which has three conjugates, it is divided into three conjugates, that is diagonal conjugate, obstetrical conjugate, and oblique conjugate. Now I have already told you pelvic cavity is almost round, so all the diameters of here measures 12 centimeter. And next is pelvic outlet. Alright, so the pelvic outlet, it has both anatomical outlet as well as obstetrical outlet. We will see the diameter of the outlet now. So in outlet, the anterior posterior diameter is the largest one, which is of 13 centimeter. It extends from the lower border of the symphysis pubis to the tip of coccyx. So it extends from the lower border of the symphysis pubis to the tip of the coccyx, which is of 13 centimeter. Next is the oblique diameter, which is 12 centimeter, okay, which is 12 centimeter, and it extends from right and left sacrospinous ligament to the obturator foramen. Sacrospinous ligaments, so sacrospinous ligament starts from here, so it extends from here, sacrospinous ligament, till the obturator foramen, Okay. Next is transverse diameter, and transverse diameter is again 11 centimeter, smallest diameter of the outlet, which is transverse diameter, and it lies between two ischial spine. These two projections you see are ischial spine. So distance between these two spines is called as transverse diameter. Okay, I hope you understood diameters of the pelvis.